When it really comes down to it, there are only two things that you need to be able to quit your 9-to-5 job and stay out of it for good. Just two. It's so much simpler than most of us believe. Like, as high achieving women, we usually feel really overwhelmed about this, how to make it happen. And we allow ourselves to get and stay stuck and feel like it's just not possible. And maybe there's something wrong with us because we see other people doing it and wonder why we're not doing it ourselves. So I am going to simplify this for you. Two things, and two things only, my friend. My name is Christine McAlister. I'm the Huffington Post featured founder of Life with Passion, and I have helped over 70% of my clients to quit their jobs and live lives and run businesses that they are passionate about. And so I want to help you do the same. That's my mission. And let's dive right in. I am going to share this with my Facebook group quickly, Life with Passion Society. If you're not already in there, then come on over. It is an amazing, amazing place to connect with other women who are on this journey and get support and encouragement along the way. Because a lot of times, like, people in our lives, they don't get it, right? Like, they don't understand, or maybe they even try to discourage us because they think they're, being practical, trying to keep us safe when we have this dream. It's really important to surround ourselves with people who can help us keep it alive. So I'd love to have you in Life with Passion Society. Now, for the two things you need to be able to quit your job, okay? The first one is a simple, clear, executable plan, right? Like a very simple, clear, focused, no nonsense, basic strategy that works, right? Because when we're like spending a lot of time like scrolling Facebook, or maybe watching YouTube videos, or searching the web for like how to start my own business, how to make money online, right? Like those types of things, we can get really, really overwhelmed, because the truth is that there are a lot of different ways to do this, right? There are a lot of different ways to do this. I've been an online entrepreneur since 2005. So I have seen a lot of things come. I've seen a lot of things go. I've seen a lot of things work. And I know that there is no one size fits all strategy for someone to get out of their 9-to-5, right? Like, I needed a simple one. And the lack of a simple plan held me back for a long time from quitting my 9-to-5. And I think a lot of times we know we need and want this plan. Like, we don't want to be foolish, right? But we also have this desire for a plan that's like 100% guaranteed and is laid out for the next 5 years, right? And that's just not the way it works. But I think that if we can recognize that and go, okay, well, maybe I'm willing to not have a 5-year plan. Maybe I'm willing to have a 90-day plan, right? Then we can start to like train our brain to trust. So the first thing that you really need is like a simple, clear strategy. Like, let go of feeling like it has to be completely complicated and completely like you have to be everywhere at once overnight. You need a perfect website. You need a perfect Facebook page. You need a big Facebook group. You need a big email list. You need all of these things. Like, that's just not true. My clients routinely make sales and get premium price clients of their own without even having a website. So it's really more about the right, simple plan that works for you. And if you're like, okay, Christine, well, where do I start with that? Then I would ask you to think about, what is one thing about being online that you really enjoy doing? Or what is one thing in your business that you really enjoy doing? Like, where is that joy? Where is that fun? Let's start there. And what is it about that piece that you love? And how do we take that and translate it into a little bit of more consistency, focusing on that which gives you energy because that's what's going to build and snowball and compound and start to get you the kind of sales, get you the kind of results, help you sell the kinds of services that you want to sell. So really, really simple, really big on focus and simplicity, because I think a lot of times we just get so up in our heads. I know I've been guilty of this, like so up in our heads, so thinking we need to be everywhere, so thinking like it has to be so complicated and I've got to reinvent the wheel all the time. And it's just not the case. Like, you're already ready with what you have right now to be able to make money and work with clients and sell your services. And so what is one thing in your head, whether it's a business idea or whether it's a business that you've already launched as a side hustle on the side of your 9-to-5, what is one thing that you really enjoy in that space? Start there. And I'd love if you share with me in the comments about this, because I just love to hear like what that is for you. And I can help you figure out like how to expand on that, right? What's one thing that you enjoy doing on the side of your 9-to-5 and that you'd love to make more money doing? Like, what's that actual task, right? That's the first thing, is like, that's the first step toward creating that clear, simple plan. Because again, it's not a one size fits all by any means. You know, I have clients who are wonderful, wonderful writers and they connect with their people that way. And I have clients who are great on video and they connect with their people that way. And I have clients who just are, you know, using in-person stuff, even though their business is going to be online. Like, they're totally love being in person with people. They have a lot of connections. And so they're building their business, which is an online business, but they're doing it in person. So there's all different kinds of ways to do this. So start with that question for yourself. Like, for your clear, simple plan, it really is as clear and simple as like, okay, what's one thing that you're really excited about doing in your business or your business idea right now? And let's look at how to make more money with that, right? So that you can replace your paycheck, so that you can replace your income, so that you can walk in and slide that letter across the table, right, to your boss and be like, I'm out, like, I'm doing my thing. This feels so good. This is the next step for me. I'm finally living my dream, right? Cool. The second thing you need to be able to quit your job is probably the very thing that was like, maybe that you were experiencing while I was talking about the clear, simple plan, right? It's an ability to move through the fear that's keeping you stuck right now. So just to share a little bit of like a personal example of how fear kept me stuck. I was in a 9-to-5 that was like so draining and so toxic. And I was so depressed and anxious and like thinking there was something wrong with me and wondering why I couldn't do what I was dreaming of doing, that there were times when I was wishing for my car to go off the road. Like, I know that sounds dramatic, but I'm just being honest. So I was in that job for years, and I can remember it was an office where you needed to dress professionally, and like I had gotten a suit, a black pantsuit for graduation from Express from my mom. And I refused to buy any more suits because I did not want to be in an environment where I had to wear suits, even though I was in an environment where I needed to dress professionally, right? Like, I managed to scrape by working in that particular job for 4 years with one black pantsuit, because I was like, I am not committing to this. I am not committing to this. Just one example of how I was like drawing a line in the sand. Like, I don't know how this is going to work. I am scared to death because I can't see the plan, right? But I am not, like, I'm just not doing it. So it's kind of like my really passive resistance, right? But I think like I know if you asked me what the reason was that I was in my job, I would say, well, I can't figure out how to replace my income. But the truth is that I was scared to really try, right? Like, I was scared to fail. I was scared to, lose my house, right? I had purchased a house while I was working in this 9-to-5 with a steady income and all that. I was scared. I have horses. Like, I was scared to lose them. I was scared to fail. I was scared to be embarrassed. I was scared to, be judged as irresponsible. I was just scared. Like, I was just full of fear. And I needed a clear and simple plan. And then I also needed to get over the fear and the self-doubt that was keeping me stuck, that was keeping me sort of the inability to carry out that plan. Because I was like, but what if, but what if, but what if? Like, I was constantly looking for the negatives, what ifs, instead of going, but what if this worked, right? But what if this happened? Like, what if my dreams did come true? What if I could work from anywhere, wearing whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted? Like, I knew I wanted that, but I was so scared that I would fail if I tried, right? And so it is so important to have a clear plan. Like, I would not tell you to walk into your boss tomorrow and say, like, I'm out, and then put all the pressure on yourself of having to figure it out after you got out of the job, right? I'm really big on like starting strategically, starting small, starting with focus, because I know that can lead you out of your job so much quicker than you could even imagine. Like, I see it with my clients all the time. Like, they come to me going, I just have no idea how to do this. And in our work together, suddenly, like, they can see exactly how to do it. They can see exactly how to replace their income. We lay that out. And then we also work on clearing the fears and the self-doubts that are actually underneath that and keeping them stuck. So those are the two things that you need. My fear and my self-doubt kept me stuck in a horrible, horrible environment for me for 4 years. And then when I finally quit, guess what? I replaced my income in the very first month after I quit. So I know that's possible for you too. I know that with simple strategy and self-belief, the ability to get over that fear, you begin to think like an entrepreneur. And then you begin to focus on the possibilities rather than on the potential risks and failures. I'm not saying we don't think about risks. I'm not saying we're reckless. I'm saying we do it in a smart and strategic way. So the two things that you need to be able to quit your 9-to-5, number one, a simple plan. And like I said, you can start that today with a very just simple question. Where exactly are you excited in your business right now? And let's build on that and help you make money doing, out of doing more of that. And then number two, self-belief, right? An ability to get over the fear, the anxiety, the self-doubt that is probably masquerading as practicality. But if we keep asking, well, what is it really? It's a fear of failure. It's a fear of rejection. It's a fear of coming across in a way that you don't like. It's a fear of being judged, right? Fear of criticism. Some kind of fear is keeping you stuck and moving forward. And so it might be showing up in really sneaky ways, but I know that that's universal among the high achievers I work with. And so you got some fear going on if you're in a 9-to-5 that you want out of. And so you have to start laying a solid foundation for changing that fear into faith, into self-belief, and building that confidence muscle so that you can, it's like you're lifting the fog. Like, you can see clearly how and exactly how you can get out of that job, and you can move toward that target, toward that goal, toward that exit ramp, right? You can make the car drive faster toward that exit ramp. The acceleration is both that simple strategy and self-belief. And those are the two keys that I see for you if you want to quit your job. And these are the exact things that I'm going to be walking you through in a masterclass training I'm hosting called My 5 Secrets to Quitting Your 9-to-5, to Leaving Your 9-to-5, My 5 Secrets. I'm going to be hosting that, and I would love for you to join me. And I also would love for you to let me know what you want to know about this, right? Let me know what your situation is. Like, drop a link in the comments. Drop a comment in the comments and say, here's what I'm struggling with, Christine. Like, here's how my lack of strategy, or here's how my fear is showing up. And I want to know, like, how do I move forward from that? Put that in the comments for me so I can create a training for you that will address that. I'm going to drop a link for you where you can sign up to know more if you want to know when this webinar, this masterclass, My 5 Secrets to Leaving Your 9 to 5, is going to happen. And if you want to hear more about what I'm working on, a very special something called Leave Your 9 to 5 Live. That is a brand new program and is going to be focused on the exact strategies that you need right now, customized to you and your business, to be able to get you out of that 9 to 5 job. So, 2 things you need to quit your 9 to 5. Let me hear from you. Do those ring true for you, or do you think it's something else? And how do these show up for you? If you want to know about the masterclass, My 5 Secrets, where I'm going to be walking through these exact steps in more detail, and you want to know more about Leave Your 9 to 5 Live, just enter your name and email address. I will keep you posted on the stuff that's going to be happening very, very soon. My goal and my mission is to help as many women as possible get out of their soul-sucking 9 to 5s so that you can rediscover, like, the passion that you have for the things that you love, so that you can spend more time with your family, so that you can spend more time with your animals. If you have an animal family like me, I have dogs and horses, so that you can quit that 9 to 5, build that escape hatch, get off the, the hamster wheel, right, of making money for someone else. Replace your current income, make a greater contribution to your family, remove money from the things that you stress and argue over. Do work on your terms, learn to dream again, like learn what that feels like. Throw off that fear of failure that's been keeping you stuck. Feel more secure. Come to, like, truly own how capable you are, and discover, like, just the amazing, like, abilities that you have already within you, right? Like, come to believe in those for yourself instead of feeling like, well, maybe I don't have anything to offer. Yes, you do. And it really is just a perspective shift that I'm going to teach you how to use for yourself so that you walk away feeling amazing and ready to take on the world, right? With your business. Take your business and take the world by storm, one person at a time, so that you can quit that job and live a life and business that you're passionate about. That's my mission. That's my vision for you. I'm Christine McAlister. Be sure to grab, sign up to get notifications about this masterclass. I'm going to be holding My 5 Secrets to Leaving Your 9 to 5, and to get more information about Leave Your 9 to 5 Live. Hi, Caitlin. I'm just jumping off, but I will, I'll let you watch the replay, and I'll look forward to your comments and your questions so that I can answer them for you. Mwah! Lots of love. Have a great day.